everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery and another edition of On the Line where you get really crappy betting advice from a guy who shouldn't be betting. That's me. Last year I was really good. It's been a tough start to the 2022 season, and I think that's true of a lot of college football bettors, particularly if you're betting on the Big 12. It's really hard to figure out. We have 4 games this week in the Big 12, 3 involving ranked teams. Let's start with the meaningless game. I say that, but it's early, and maybe Texas or Oklahoma will wake up, particularly Oklahoma. But I don't have a good feeling this is going to be the week for Oklahoma. Texas is a 7-point favorite in the Red River rivalry. Neither team's ranked. They both have some losses they regret. And could Oklahoma possibly fall to 0-3 in the conference? I find it hard to believe, but I'm picking it. I'm picking it because of the quarterback situation. Texas is getting back its QB1, while OU, in all likelihood, will be playing without its QB1. What a mess. But you don't even have to watch that game because the bigger game is in Lawrence, Kansas. When has that ever been said during football season? Not for a long time. College GameDay is in Lawrence for TCU at Kansas. 2 ranked teams, 2 undefeated teams. The game with the most meaning, with the most, I don't know what that means, but it has it. TCU is a 7-point favorite in Lawrence. And let me tell you one thing that's been absolutely solid gold for me this betting season. It's been betting on KU. And by golly jeepers, I'm not turning my back on the Hawks now. I'm not just picking them to cover the 7-point TCU spread. I'm picking them to win outright and move to 6-0 before they head into the back half of their schedule where they play 4 out of 6 on the road. This is a pretty big game for KU if it wants to get to bowl eligibility because it gets real challenging after this. We will see. I've got the Hawks. Onward, we move now to another really interesting game. Texas Tech lost by 9 last week here in Manhattan, and now they go to Stillwater this week where the Cowboys are now favored by 9.5 points, which is meaning it's been going up. I think it was 7 earlier in the week when I grabbed a bet on this. But for the sake of these picks, I'm picking Oklahoma State to win by 10 or more and feeling crappy about that, but more on that later. Finally, Kansas State goes to Iowa State. On paper, you would think K-State would be about a 9-point favorite, 7-point favorite, but it's on the road. Ames is a tough place to play. It's at night. Those odd black jerseys, which isn't a school color, just pointing that out, will be worn. I think they're only lost once, never in the regular season in those jerseys. They're magical. I will have to cross the brand new bridge that they have in Ames. It's magical too, but I'm picking K-State here. And now, that's not me being a homer, and I understand that K-State often fumbles games like this just when it could be a breakthrough game for the Wildcats. I get all that. I just think K-State's too good. If they play up to somewhere near their capabilities, I think they will simply score more points than Iowa State can score. That's basically how I'm picking this game. Now, how confident am I in these picks? Well, the first 3, I have put together a parlay where I faded myself, which means I picked against myself in 2 of the 3 games. And the only game I stuck with, I picked all underdogs in that, by the way, is Kansas. So, Kansas, here I go again. Go Jayhawks. We'll talk to you after the game from Ames with a walk and talk. If I still have money where I can afford to walk.